Hello and welcome. Today we're going to dive into the Phasmophobia update because this is one of the most exciting updates for a very good video game in a long time.
Okay. George Miller. Oh! Oh! Ghost! Oh, God! No! No!
I know not everyone watches the same people I do, so I'm going to make my own video on this. And clips like we just saw there with Mr. Habanero are stuff that you can enjoy if you subscribe to the channel and come join our live streams. 10 o'clock Mountain Time, we will play a lot of these games. Anyway, for the Phasmophobia Apocalypse, this is the newest update, the 0.7.0.0 update. This is a crazy update. Sunny Meadows is now live. Welcome back, and we've got an update for you. The long-awaited Asylum overhaul is finally here, along with the much more. Apocalypse with custom difficulty. We'd like to participate in. We would like to invite you to participate in the Apocalypse Challenge version 2. Thanks to our extra testers yesterday. They did a people that are actual Twitch streamers. A lot of them, I do follow quite a few of them right now. A lot of them got a chance to play the update a day early, and they streamed it, and they did a lot of fun stuff with it. With the custom difficulty, we'd like to invite you. The event will start in the coming days. Keep your eyes peeled for announcement on Discord. Earn yourself 3 unique trophies in your collection cabinet just by playing the game. To earn trophies in single player, complete all 4 objectives, get the ghost photo on Sunny Meadows Mental Institution with the custom difficulty multipliers. Times 15 or more is a bronze, times 20 or more is a silver, 24 or more is gold. Show off your trophies in the display cabinet. This is the ultimate challenge for people to do. With custom difficulty, you can change a whole variety of things. With the player, you can have sanity pill restoration amount, starting sanity, how fast your sanity drains, sprinting use, sprint recharge time, duration, flashlights being broken, losing items on death toggle. So if you want to just play the game and not lose all your items, you turn this off, but you don't earn anything in game. And the player speed multiplier. Then for the ghosts, the amount of evidence given, the chance for changing its favorite room, interaction amount, event frequency, hunt duration, grace period, fingerprints chance, fingerprints duration, disabled hunts, kill extended hunts, and roaming frequency, and the ghost speed multiplier. So you can increase the speed that the ghost will zoom to you, so those ghosts will have extra zoomies if you really want. And then the contract time, setup time, weather, number of doors starting open, amount of hiding places, sanity monitor, activity monitor, fuse box map visibility. The fuse boxes actually in a lot of places now look like an actual house panel fuse box, which is I think a great touch to it. Fuse box starting state, curse possession quantity, and curse possession choices. So now you can actually go in and change up which cursed possession you want to start the game with. So if you want the game to always be the summoning circle, it can always be the summoning circle. If you always want the Ouija board, if you always want terror cards. You can save custom difficulty presets in the main menu, which I think is a great addition, so you're not having to reset all of them. We got the new locations, the Sunny Meadows Mental Institution, and then there's the Mental Institution Restricted. So the asylum has been completely recreated from the ground up, featuring more distinct room designs, a morgue, a hospital wing, a courtyard, and an experimental area. Be warned, the ghost will lock each wing's main door when it hunts. So prepare an escape route while you're safe. That's an interesting thing. So if you're in the area where the ghost is, say you're in the ghost yard, in the courtyard, you need to know each little area's hiding spot, and it will lock you into the courtyard area. That's very interesting. I like that little bit of an addition. So no longer do you want to just try and get out of the place back to the truck, but just trying to make sure you're not in the area it locks down. That's kind of neat. Sunny Meadows Mental Institution restricted. Sunny Meadows is not only a large location, but 5 smaller locations in one. So this is the 6-in-1 that I've been talking about, where now Sunny Meadows is either one big map or it's 5 smaller maps. The new location selection board allows you to vote to play a smaller, more restricted version of the asylum. Each time you enter, you will be given a random section to investigate, with the other sections blocked off or locked. This should help those who prefer smaller maps and offer a variety each time you play. Unlocked at level 22. We're way beyond level 22. That is a great unlock, that you get that at level 22. I like that idea as well. Also, a smaller map of the campsite. So you have Maple Lodge campsite. Now they have a smaller version of it, the Woodwind campsite. Featuring a brand new layout with few rooms, perfect for those looking for a quick outdoor retreat. So I think this is going to bring a little bit more variety, a much tighter net area for the Camp Woodwind. I know when you do the Maple Lodge, when you get into it, it feels very large and encompassing. They also have the house that you can explore. There's a lot of details in that map. It's a very large map and best with like 3 to 4 players. But Camp Woodwood might make it a little bit nicer with the all uniqueness of the campsite. The campsite map is a very unique map in the way that you can hide in tents and you can get different interactions. It's just a different feeling map altogether. So I do like the idea that the campsite map now has an alternative version to it. And then ghost types. With the current system, often when ghost interaction throws objects, it barely moves. To remedy this, we've reworked how ghost throw works to make sure it's impactful, noticeable, and more exciting each time. Some ghosts had their abilities and traits tweaked. Wow. So I think this was one of the redacted things that we saw in the original announcement update. Now, I know there's times where you're sitting in the map and you can see something's been tossed on the floor and that's about it. There's sometimes in the cabinets, paint cans are knocked over, but you don't even know if you can't even notice that they've been knocked out. So this is going to create a much better way of being able to notice things have been tossed. All hunting and event sounds volume now dropped from 0 when at least away 20 meters away, instead of just being quiet. Note, this should make the myling strength more noticeable. I know with the myling, it's very tough to notice if it's hunting. The hunting with ghosts is one of the ways you can figure it out. The singing sound caused by the music box playing will now drop to 0 volume when over 20 meters away. Now with the music box, if you're far enough away, then that means that you're not going to lose sanity. Right next to the music box, if you listen to it, you lose your sanity. So that's interesting. Throws now have a minimum throw power to avoid small throws. 1 to 3 power, previously 0.1 to 2.5. Objects are now thrown higher, resulting in much more consistent throws. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Get a hammer tossed at your head. That'll be fun. During hunts, objects are thrown more often, 50% chance to throw an object in range every 0.5 seconds, and a poltergeist, 100% chance to throw an object in range every 0.5. Wow. Poltergeist, the Oni super throw has been removed to the poltergeist. It is now thermatical, 2 to 6 power, previously 0 to 5. Interesting. Oni has received additional traits. Oni will now drain double the sanity of a normal ghost during normal events. That's interesting. So with some cases where the ghost appears and you lose like 10 to 15%, now this is going to be like 20 to 30%. That's huge. Oni can now be seen for longer periods when flickering during hunts. Oh, that's interesting. A demon upgrade. Uh-oh. It was a demon.
So we have Yeah, I know. Trust me, I know. I'm very aware that it was a demon.
We can do one more if you want. Demon's rare ability to hunt above 70% and 70% will now happen more reliably. Oh no. Habanero, my partner in crime playing this game, he's not gonna like the demons anymore. And he doesn't. We don't hate and we don't like the demons to begin with. They're our bane of existence, and this is going to make it a lot more reliable. But at the same time, it's going to kill us a lot more. A Jin's sanity drain ability has received adjustments. The ability will now trigger if you're in the same room or within 3 meters of the ghost. Interesting. And then the ability will now create EMF at the fuse box if any player is drained, not just the host. Okay, that makes things more interesting. So to figure out a Jin, you can put an EMF reader right at the fuse box. And if your sanity is getting drained from an event that happens, the EMF will go off at the fuse box because the Jin doesn't shut off the fuse box. So that's very interesting in that sense. They're adding a reporting system for public lobbies. There are people that were abusing and stuff like that. Generally, we're not doing a public lobby, so I'm not too worried about this. We're usually doing a private lobby where we're bringing in friends. New, due to paranormal entities appearing in the base operations. Now, I have to see. Throughout the game journal, players can now report other players who believe they're breaking terms of service. Player reports are reviewed by the team, punished accordingly, depending on the offense. Bans. You may also be banned from abusing the reporting system. That's nice. So if you abuse the reporting system, you could get banned. That's one thing that you don't see in a lot of games, where literally you go into a lobby and you just get banned immediately, and people are just sitting there going, we don't want you, you're out. We don't want you, go and get out, right? You add all your items, get out. We've got all your items. Like that's good to have a abuse of the system there. To report a player recent tabs, if banned, you will still be able to play single player games. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Can you still make private games? That will be the ask there. New, due to paranormal entities appearing in our base operations, Ghost Hunting Distribution has moved everyone into the new office, a warehouse that has been converted with a shop, new investigation boards, access to the truck, and staff room. Player ID cards have been added, a detailed statistics page, which is nice because it breaks it down quite a bit more, a long-term stat tracking page added to the journal, so that's nice, so you can see how many times you've been killed. You will now be able to connect to the last region you were instead of reconnecting or connecting your best ping region. Interesting. So if you find a region that just works better for you, even though the ping is better in other regions, the journal is now usable in the main menu room. The journal is now usable in the main menu. Oh, interesting. Steam users can now view and add friends through recent players journal tab. So Steam users, that means I can go into my Steam library and actually have you guys join. Weekly challenges have been added. More will be added to the progression update. Shortcut buttons have been added to jump between location sections, main menu, and shop screens. Additionally, you can use the keyboard arrow keys for navigation. The whiteboard in the truck has been replaced with the progressive updating investigation board, which is nice. I've seen this board. It's actually quite nice. New collectible cabinets have been added to the library. Try to fill them both. The first time you use a cursed possession, it will be added to your collection. Interesting. Collecting each type of bone will add to your collection. Some need to be collected twice. More collectibles will be added closer to the full release of the game. Nice. The shop has been moved to a separate computer in the lobby. Players can now create loadouts of their equipment, so you can set up the equipment that you want to add instead of just doing all of it. You can now view daily and weekly challenges in the truck. Oh, that's nice. That's nice because I never really paid attention to the challenges because they weren't really on the screen to do it. Equipment items are now placeable back into the truck's equipment wall. Oh, this means Habanero is going to give me hell when I don't put the stuff back. I can't just leave it on the floor anymore. You can now take photos of interactions to gain extra rewards. Dot's photo, Ghost, that's nice. Use crucifix, 1 or 2 uses. That's huge. The salt pile will go steps in it. Ghostwriting will now display as ghostwriting instead of interaction. That's nice. When the ghost attempts to hunt but is blocked by the crucifix, it will now create an EMF2 reading. That's okay. I added a house candle to Grafton. Arabic now has text and voice recognition. Okay. VR players will now see a loading screen to help loading jitters. Save files will now create a backup and automatically restore if they go corrupt. That's nice too. Changes. Control for equipment have changed to become consistent. If an object is placeable, it will always use the secondary button default. If a object is usable, if it's placeable, you default F. If it's usable, it will always have the primary right mouse button. Note this means the smudge sticks are now used with the right mouse. Collecting the bone will now grant rewards playing on the map. So you get $10 on a small, $20 on a medium, and $30 on a large. So you could speedrun this and keep going to a large map, always to find the bone. You go and find the bone, leave, gaining money very quickly now. The photo point system has been removed. Instead, players will receive a set amount of money and XP per photo they take. This also allows us to even out rewards for photos so that getting certain ghost type won't become a feel bad moment for what photos you can take. So a $5 photo is a 3-star, $2 for a 2-star, $1 for a 1-star. And you can get a photo for dead body interaction, fingerprints, footsteps, cursed possession, saltpires stepped in, dots ghost writing, and then $10 for a used crucifix, dirty water, and bone. That is nice for the dirty water, because that was something that dirty water used to give you absolutely trash. That's why we never took it. And then you get $20 for a ghost, and it's scaling down from there. Photos are no longer affected by the difficulty multiplier, but with these changes, you'll be getting more money than before. The photo priority system has been improved. Items are now scored by distance and how close they are to the middle of the photo. The top scoring item will give rewards. Ghosts will always take priority over other items. The reliability of the system has been improved. Note, this also means that you will always get interaction photos before fingerprint photos. Get those UV lights back out. See, it used to be one of the telltale signs with the game was with the photo cap. You could sit there and take a photo of a door, and fingerprints would take priority than the interaction. Now, the interaction over the fingerprints, which is what it should be doing, because yes, I saw it move. I saw the door move. Take a photo with the photo cam, and that tells me if there's fingerprints on it. Now it's going to be harder for me personally to find if there's fingerprints there. I like this change because now it actually gives me a purpose to pick up the UV light instead of always taking a photo of the door. Placement of highlight mechanic has been reworked. You will always see the highlight when holding down your designated placement key, default F, okay, to release to place, okay. Moving the mouse left and right with this F key is held will rotate the object, so you can go either way now. That's nice. You can now place and rotate the tripod. That's good. Various equipment placeable areas have been adjusted. The fuse box have received a new design when in the house and farmhouse locations. Sanity drain for hide and seek is now 0. Oh, that's interesting. It used to be hide and seek would drain your sanity quite a bit. Now it being 0, that's kind of nice because now you can force a hunt with the Ouija board and not have to worry about the drain and then continuing to have those hunts. So if you want to force a hunt to figure out what the ghost is going to be, or to figure out the ghost via hunt type, that's kind of nice. The key in the truck has been moved next to the door keypad instead of at the desk. Okay, that'll be interesting. I'll wait to see Habanero go to the wrong place for the key. That'll be fun. Increased rewards for all daily challenges. Rewards for playing on medium and large maps have been increased. You can now view 10 photos in the lobby instead of 6 from your previous game while you fill up the book, which is 10 photos. That's nice. To improve performance, objects will no longer render when behind closed doors. Adjusted the visuals for skyboxes for each weather and for more realistic to be more realistic, improve the heavy rain and snow effects and performance. The main menu options screen has been removed. It is now accessible only in the journal. That is like the main menu and the stuff that the adjustments that you do needs to be in the journal. Yeah. Some locations have been renamed. When dead, players can now see doors but walk through them. The volume for the guitar being played on the camps being played and camping stove toggle will be lowered, so it's harder to hear it. You don't hear it across the map. Ghosts will no longer see you through the trees by the cabin at Maple Lodge campsite, and ghosts will no longer set these rooms as their favorite on the Maple Lodge campsite. The entrance, the central path, north path, east path, and picnic area. Yeah, when a ghost spawns on the paths there, it just takes a lot out of it, because when you're going down the path, then you're always at risk of it hunting. It's yeah. Rebaked occlusion in the Maple Lodge campsite, which may improve performance. What they mean by rebaked is they've changed the way the lighting affects. The journal default button on the gamepad is now select instead of D-pad. Room names for sound sensors will now be in the room they are placed instead of the room you were standing in when you placed. Candles will now extinguish when placed into your inventory. Oh, rude. You can't. That means you can't toggle it into your inventory, walk into the place, pull it out, and it'll still be lit. Ghosts will now use sprinting footsteps sound when hunting on dirt floors. Oh, interesting. A reduced RAM usage for fonts. This is significant in language and many characters. Adjust several light bloom values. Adjusted campfire particles in and bloom. The fixes, fixed long-term roams, distance chances now high, 30% wandering, medium 20%, 10% on low. Fixed ghost changing favorite rooms. So once again, if a ghost long roams and ends up in a new room, do a chance check, 33, 66, 100%. When the check based on sanity, 30 to 70. If successful, both chances change favorite room. Oh, interesting. So if your sanity's lowered and the ghost is roaming a lot, it's going to change the room more often. Goria will now have half a chance of other ghosts to long roam instead of double. Myling will now decrease its audio range of its hunt audio instead of only footsteps. If you have less than 16% sanity when lighting the summoning circle, the ghost will now hunt instantly, meaning it will not be trapped in the summoning circle. Your sanity is too low. It is coming for you immediately. Fingerprints on the camping lights will now be the correct size. There was an issue with this. I saw this as a bug watching Insum. He had a fingerprint appear that was in the entirety of the map. It was gigantic and it was floating in the air. It was such a strange bug. You can no longer place objects in the truck ceiling. Fix a rare issue where the voice recognition would not work due to an empty voice models file. Picking up the tripod with the camcorder attached by someone else will no longer break the camcorder. You will no longer unkillable when hiding under stairs or similar objects in the locations. There's a spot in the school where you could hide under the stairs. It was the devs that actually showed this off. You could hide there and the ghost would sit there right in your face and you couldn't get killed at all. Grafton's upstairs lockers can now be blocked. Bleasdale worker locker can now be blocked. Having alt as your push the talk button will no longer keep your voice active from after alt tabbing. The toilets upstairs in Enfield now flush. Ghosts will no longer affect the living room collider when standing on the basement stairs in Tanglewood. You can no longer glitch behind small tents to access safe spots. This was Insum and Psycho. They were both doing this. It got discovered that on the campsites they could do that. The mayor will no longer stop attempting to do its light switch ability after you use the light switch several times. Interesting. Doors will no longer spin when closed for a hunt. Cool. So this is Kinetic Games, no Team Games. Hey, I'm going to end this here. I'll probably show you guys off a little bit more. We'll do a live stream very soon. So do like, subscribe, and we will see you in the Phasmophobia game very soon. I am your proud Canadian Phoenix, Cindershadow, signing off here. Have yourselves a great day.